Hello, everybody. Giving everybody a hot second for their computers to catch up, but hello. Hi. How is everyone? It's Monday. It's time for reading sprints. I'm just, I don't know. I'm definitely going to do two sprints because we always do two sprints, but I'm going to just say it. I'm very hungry. So I might get right to them because my stomach is growling something fierce. But in the meantime, I am reading From Russia with Love by Ian Fleming today. I need to finish reading it so I could finish scripting and write, and then film my video and edit it because it's the next one up. And it is book 5 of the James Bond series. I am excited. I will say the whole first half of this book, well, at least the first 30 to 40% of this book, like James isn't even in it. We go to Russia, we deal with all the Russians and like their side of things. So it's an interesting perspective, but like it's a James Bond book and James Bond isn't in half of it. He's not even in the book. So it is what it is. It was one of these, I don't know. And it became so commercially successful. This was like his first commercially successful book because he was already like, nah, I don't feel like writing any more of these. Like, they're not doing too well. They're not going anywhere. I got no more stories to tell. I'm not going to write anything else. So he writes From Russia with Love. He's like, well, I'm going to go out on a bang. I'm going to write the best book I possibly can. And then he does. And the ending of this is very ambiguous. And then everyone really liked it. Like John F. Kennedy said this was one of his favorite books. And then the movies and everything came around. So this is kind of Ian Fleming's turning point in the series. But he did leave it ambiguous. He's like, if I don't feel like writing these anymore, don't. The ending sets that up or not, depending. But luckily, he did write more of them. Hey, Valentina, how are you? Hey, I'm glad you're here too. Hello, Juggernauts. Hello, how are you? Hello. Hey, Sharon. A merry little meet cute. Okay, good stuff, Emily. Hey, Virginia. Hello. Unraveling Yarn by Hand and listening to See View In by Cheryl Wood. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I was just about going on and on about From Russia with Love. Because don't get me started on James Bond. I won't shut up about it. Agatha Christie, which one? Do tell. Which story? But yeah, I've only just. I mean, this is a reread. I've read all of them already, so I'm only on page 26. Like I just started this about 10-15 minutes before we came on. I just started rereading it again, so I'm fresh in here. But let's see. Yeah, James doesn't come in until page 123 of 337 pages. So he like a good third of the way through the book. James doesn't even show up. So there we go. We're just gonna go with it. Cards on the Table. Okay, I haven't heard of that one. I hope you're enjoying it. Project Hail Mary. Okay. Weir, right? That was written by Weir. I know I read it because I always get him confused with someone else. Yeah, Andy Weir. Okay, I got it. Yeah. He also wrote The Martian and everything. But yeah, that was a good one. I hope you're enjoying. Church camp last week, so apparently went down a rabbit hole to watch Sex in the City. Oh, okay. I hope you enjoyed it. I've actually never seen any of it. Not a single episode or the movies or anything. I've never seen it. I know. It seems like something I would have watched, but I just never did. And then even when I was an adult and I had access to it, it just, I don't know, it just felt like I had waited too long and like it just wasn't the right vibe anymore. So there we are. But I hope you're enjoying it. I don't know. My voice is so scratchy today too. I'm just I'm very hungry. My voice is all scratchy and I like pinched a nerve in my shoulder, so I'm also trying to be delicate in my movements. But like I am sitting twisted in a chair right now, which is actually helping. So if I just sit twisted, it helps my pinched nerve. Oh, the reunion series. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time with it. You do you, honeydew. If you like it, I'm glad that you're having a good time. Whew. Anyway, it's Monday. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? Are you excited for this week? I'm just hanging in there. So far, it was an okay day. I feel like I got a lot of work done last week, so I'm actually somewhat caught up, which feels good because I'm like never caught up. Like I'm not fully caught up. Like let's be real, but like I'm not like drowning. So basically, I'm doing okay. What books do I recommend? Out of everything or from Agatha Christie? We got to narrow that one down. Christie wise, I've only really read two, which was Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile. The big ones. I've only read those ones. I did Drunk Classics on them, so I do have like recap videos, but those are the only two I've read, I think, by Agatha Christie. I have other ones. I have books, but I haven't read them. Oh, last week of summer. That's so sad. I mean, I don't really have a summer vacation. I was work every day, so this is what it is. Out of everything in the world, oh my gosh, we need to narrow it down. Like genre maybe, or like if you're looking for a particular trope or thing, because there's just too many. There's too many to name. But if you have like something in particular you're looking for, let me know and like we can give you some good recommendations. Hey, I mean, sometimes you like need to sleep. Good for you. I feel like you got a good nap. So hi, thanks for coming. Oh, that's okay. Anyway. Ow, that was not pleasant. I shouldn't have done that. My shoulder. But yes, anyone's just joining us. I am reading From Russia with Love by Ian Fleming. Romance. Okay. Again, big genre. I think I'm most well known for my obsession with Tessa Dare. So if you haven't read anything from Tessa Dare, maybe try one of those out. What have I read recently? I read An Island Princess Starts a Scandal by Adriana Herrera, and I really enjoyed that one. It's an FF romance historical. It was really good. I don't know what else I've been reading lately. Tessa Bailey, if you want something dumb and smutty, perfect ones. But yeah, those are just a few I can name off the top of my head. But mainly I just gave you authors. But if you're looking for something in particular in romance, like a particular trope or something, let me know. But yeah, well, there you go. There's a few things off the top of my head. But anyway, it's a Monday, and I have lots of books to read this month, and I haven't read most of them. Anyway, yeah, I did read Prince Lestat though last week. I took my time with it because I had a script, and I have to rewrite the whole script. I knew it going in. I just took notes and realized I'm going to have to rewrite the whole thing because the way it's structured makes no sense. There's like a narrative, right? And then like every chapter is a new POV character. I think like I haven't counted exactly, but I think there's at least like 10 to 15 new characters introduced, and almost all of them have their own POV chapters. And it's just a lot. And then they go do their whole backstory, and then they like how they interact in the story. And it's just like, I don't think I could just keep backtracking to tell the recap. So I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how to structure my recap so it makes any sense. So I have my initial notes and I have to like rescript because it's just a hot mess. So I'm figuring it out right now. Like my going thought here is that I was just gonna like bring up the important new characters and just say like this is this guy, this is this guy, and this is this guy, and just like give a little backstory on just the new characters and then just do plot so everyone knows who everyone is because I'm not going to go back and forth. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do, because a lot of these characters don't have a big backstory, but like everybody, like who made who in the vampire family trees, and it's just a lot. And it was a strange book in general because I mind you, like over a decade had gone by since the previous book. And then they came out with this one, and it's basically like, hey, let's all be a happy family. Like, it's so optimistic and like happy in the end that I'm like, is this Anne Rice? All her books are so moody and depressing and like, oh, woe is me, there is no hope. And then this one comes along and it's just like, hey, everybody, like, we're a vampire family. It was just such a different tone that I wasn't used to it. So it was a weird reading experience. But anyway, I'm going to do a whole recap. I don't know why I'm like talking everyone's ear about it right now. The Vine Witch by Luann G. Smith. Ooh, okay. I hope you're enjoying it. Yup. She's threw in so many characters. So many characters. And like there's wild stuff happening because it's still Anne Rice. She's going to put wild stuff in there. So I don't know. I just need to rescript it basically. So that's what I'm going to be working on throughout the week. So next weekend I can like film it because I've read it. I just haven't filmed anything yet because I have to rewrite it. Just can't. Yay! That's one thing I got. In all my videos, I think like the common thread is enthusiasm. I talk about things I'm excited about because I hate, well, I don't hate, like I just don't want to talk about things I'm not interested in or things I didn't like because like why waste my time on them? Like I just want to talk about things that I think are awesome or I'm excited about. Like that's the vibe I put out. So I'm glad that you're picking up on it. But anyway, my voice is so scratchy, so I'm going to give it a break. Let's do a sprint, our first sprint, and then we will reconvene. So we'll give it a good 30. So let me share our duck friend back with a vengeance. Duck man. All right, everybody, let's do a sprint starting now. Hello, everybody. Gentle coming back from our sprints. I don't want to scare anybody with a big loud noise all of a sudden. But hi, everybody. How are you? That was our first sprint for the evening. For anyone just joining us, I am reading From Russia with Love by Ian Fleming. I got about like 50 pages in, so that's pretty good track record there. I have like about another 50 or so pages to go to hit my goal for the day. So hopefully this next sprint will take care of that. Let's see here. Where were we? Thank you for appreciating that. We were talking about me being overly enthusiastic for everything. 6,000 wobbly steps per sprint. Mile-long hike. Wow. I never like counted it or did the math, but thank you for letting us know. That's actually interesting. Hey, Ellen, how are you? Finish your book, waiting on my computer so I can update my reading spreadsheet. Oh, very cool. I'm glad you finished it, Emily. Got a few skeins of yarn wrapped into a ball. 3 to 4 chapters listened to. Great work, Sharon. Okay, trying to finish the fine print. Very cool. Well, hi, Samantha. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just, this is, both of my recap series books this month are hard to like do. Maybe From Russia with Love isn't that hard to do in retrospect, but like I was saying, the first third of the book, James is not even in it. So it's like, how much of this am I going to put in there for a recap? It might make the recap shorter, honestly, because I just have to like go over the main points here and who the characters are, and then like that's it. And then all of the conspiracy, and it's like a weird sex scandal they're trying to do. I mean, the movie is actually kind of fairly accurate, I would say, plot-wise. But yeah, I am excited about it. There is a big like train fight on there as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm rereading it. It wasn't a favorite of mine from the series, which is weird because it's a lot of people's favorite. Like John F. Kennedy said it was one of his favorite books, but I don't know. I'm a Thunderball kind of girl. Like I like Thunderball probably the best of the series, which we're not even going to get to yet. It's a few books away, but it's my favorite. I said what I said. My least favorite, though, if you're going to ask, is The Spy Who Loved Me. It's terrible. And James, again, he isn't in it till like 60% of the way through the book. So like the first 60%, over half of the book, James is not even in. It's a new character, and it's a woman he's just trying to tell her story. And I'm like, I don't know necessarily if Ian Fleming is the right author to talk about, you know, a woman's sexual trauma. I'm not sure if he gets it right. But I appreciate that he tried, because a lot of the James Bond books, at least from book 3 on, surprisingly a little bit feminist. I mean, I'm rereading this one, but a lot of them, you know, they're better. The first couple books, rough. It gets better after Galibrand in book 3, because she's so awesome, and then like all of our female protagonists are usually very awesome and competent, and not just like a prize James wins at the end of the book. So like surprisingly feminist. It's kind of, who would have thought? I mean, there's a lot of other yikes factor about the books. Like, let's be real. It's from the 50s by an old white guy. You can imagine that his critical race theory thoughts are not great. So, yeah, we're trying our best here. So you're listening to Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow. Okay, 41 to, but basically about 10%. Great stuff. Got nothing to read because customers can sense when I pick up a book. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, at least you have company, so there's that. A Curious Beginning. Nice. That is our book club book for this month for channel members and patrons. We're reading A Curious Beginning by Deanna Rayburn. It's been on my TBR for a really long time, and you guys picked it. I mean, it only won by one vote, though. It was a very close poll between that and Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle. So I think I'm probably going to read both. So if you guys also want to read both, we can talk about both. But technically speaking, by one vote, Curious Beginning won the poll. Reading Joint Custody, which is not about divorced parents or any other kind of joint you can imagine, which is why I choose romance with lawyers. Okay, fair enough. I don't know. I don't know if I've read necessarily like a lawyer-based romance. I probably have, or like the character is a lawyer, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. I think there's some from like Alicia Rye, where she's written some that are lawyer or lawyer adjacent, at least. I think. I don't know if I've read like a lawyer romance. I don't know. Maybe I have. I probably have. I just can't think of any right now. What are some lawyer romances? Let me know in the comments. Also, yes, is it any good? Let us know. Watch the replay. That's fine. Well, thanks for hanging out for a little bit, Beth. I appreciate you coming and hanging out for a minute, but do you, honeydew? Whew. Anyway. Carmen Black. I don't know. We'll find out. So what was this called? Joint Custody. There's one with a dog on the cover. I don't know if that's the right one. Yeah, this is a mischievous dog takes matters into his own paws. And I'm like, I don't think that's the lawyer book. I'm going to go out on a limb there. 12% in the writing's not the best. Fine. You know, sometimes, I don't know, sometimes the writing might be bad, but like the book is intensely readable anyway. Like I haven't filmed it yet. I'm going to film it tomorrow. My wrap up for July. Couldn't remember what month this was. But yeah, I did read a book that I have officially put in my dumpster fire category. And I read the whole thing. Like I didn't DNF, but it's a straight up dumpster fire. There's sometimes there are books that are just so bad you have to keep reading because you're like, what are these dummies going to do next? Like, you just can't believe that it's this bad, and you get strangely sucked into it because you're like, it's just your brain can't function. So hopefully it's one of those and not one where you just want to throw it across the room. At least if you're going to get full effect if you finish it. So I don't know. I read one dumpster fire in July, full dumpster fire. Dear Lord, it's bad. But yeah, you'll just have to wait. My video will come out this weekend with all of my reviews, and I will describe the dumpster fire for everybody. But it was a romance, and oh boy, was it bad. The strangest part, though, was that how popular the book is. It's so popular, and it's a dumpster fire. So I'm like, am I reading the same book as everybody else? But then again, a lot of people like Colleen Hoover, so it's like, I can't always trust everyone's judgment. Sorry, I don't want to start beef. If you like Colleen Hoover, you do you, honey, do. Like, that's fine. It's just for me, I'm like, yikes, all the time with her books. So anyway, on that note, yeah, why don't we just do another sprint? I don't know. It's almost 6:00 here in Los Angeles. I am very hungry. So I think I'm going to do another sprint. We're going to do another wrap up, and then I'm going to have dinner time. So I think that's my plan for right now. So let me bring back our duck friend. Dun, 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 duck friend. Okay. Now here is the duck friend. All right, let's do a sprint, 30 minutes, starting now. Hello. Coming back from sprints, all of a sudden the screen just went black. So I guess it's done. I don't know. Anyway, hi everybody. That was our second sprint. I hit my reading goal for the day. I have finished part 1 of the book, so I'm at page 123. So that's all of the Russian stuff. Now we're back to James. I might read a little bit more tonight. I don't know. I maybe try to get to halfway through, just so I'm done quicker. But it's going. I wanted to get all of the Russian stuff out of the way today. And I did. So I hit my reading goal. Very excited about it. But yes, let's see. We have a duck. Yes, our duck friend. Sorry, I try to come back gently from sprints. I try. Yep, it's coming. My dumpster fire review. Okay, so it wasn't because it was loud. It was just because there was a voice all of a sudden. Whoops. Anyway. Whew. Okay, so From Russia with Love. I finished my reading goal. I'm going to read a bit more, though. Later on, though. I'll try to get to like halfway through. I think that's the appropriate amount way through the book. But yeah, that's the goal. But yeah, hi everybody. That was our reading sprints for the nights. I don't really got anything else to add, but yeah, that's about it. We're going to be back next week with more sprints. I have a video coming out this weekend. It's going to be my July wrap up because I actually read a fair number of books that I can make a whole video out of it. It's not like 3. I read like a fair number. So I was like, okay, good for me. 30%, awesome work. 50 to 65. Okay. Oh, I hate ending in the middle of a chapter, but we're signing off pretty soon, so you can get back to it. The 15% is great for like a reading sprint. Anyway, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I had a really good time. I'll be back next week with more sprints, probably Monday again, unless something weird happens. Made it to chapter 20. Great job, Sharon. But yes. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I will have a video this weekend. I will have more reading sprints next week. Chapter 4, Larissa, awesome work. Finished Fourth Wing yesterday. Okay. How did you like it? I've heard very good and very bad. Aloha to you too. Yes, thank you for coming to the sprints. Dog fun. There you go. Fair enough. Anyway, guys, I am very hungry. I'm going to go make some dinner and then maybe do a little bit more reading later. But yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I'll be back next week with more sprints, new video this weekend, and we're going to go from there. So goodbye. I got nothing else, guys. It's just a day. Bye, everybody.